And hello, one and all, and welcome to my weekly review for NXT. We're going to take a look at what took place on the March 30th edition, the final edition of NXT, as we are less than 48 hours away till TakeOver Dallas. What was in store on tonight's edition of NXT? What was the final groundwork that was laid on this last edition before the biggest TakeOver special of the year for the NXT brand? Well, we're going to take a look right now. We kick things off with our opening contest. We had the American Alpha take on the team of Coriolis and Skylar. Wasn't too bad of a tag team match to get things started here. Really was a way to demonstrate how Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are going to be ready to take on the American Alpha, or the Revival, and TakeOver Dallas. I really think that, heading into TakeOver Dallas, the American Alpha are the hottest team in the NXT Tag Team division, and the time is right for them to win the tag titles come Friday night. In this match, it was just a lot of good stuff, from Chad Gable, as we all know, is a great collegiate wrestler with his great background. He was able to get out of some nice reversals, able to get out of the hammerlock hold. Gable was eventually able to make the tag to Jordan. Jordan was able to whip Coriolis into the ropes, and Jordan made the tag to Gable, and they hit a tossing suplex finisher for the 1, 2, 3. So good way to keep Jordan and Gable looking strong heading into their tag team championship opportunity. Then we had this really good sit-down interview with Finn Balor, basically hyping up the NXT Championship match against Samoa Joe. He pretty much said that Joe is pretty much obsessed. That's all he's thinking about is winning the NXT title. And, Balor says, but unlike Joe, he is obsessed with simply being the best in NXT. And that is why at TakeOver Dallas, he will be the one to walk out as champion. So very strong words from a game Finn Balor. After this, we had a very short match. It was Baron Corbin versus local talent, local enhancement talent. Corbin pretty much hit the deep six for the win, 1, 2, 3, and he gets back into the ring and destroys his opponent with the End of Days in a way, sending a message to Austin Aries that he's going to be in for the fight of his life at NXT TakeOver Dallas. Then we had the Revival taking on the team of Tucker Knight and Steve Cutler. Really liked what Tucker Knight had to offer, especially towards the end of this match. He was kind of getting some offensive moves in on, I believe it was Dawson in the ring. Really liked the speed, his agility for a big guy of his size. However, when Knight would run back into the ring, he would run right into the elevated inverted gut buster for the win. So the Revival pick up a win heading into their tag team championship match against Jordan and Gable. But like I said, Tucker Knight he really impressed me with the short amount of offense that he was able to get in on this match, and would like to see more of him on NXT. Then after this, of course, we had Apollo Crews versus Alex Riley. It was a short match, but it was all right for what it was. Apollo Crews was your winner after he hit the high angle enziguri, and he hit the tossing powerbomb for the win over Alex Riley. And then after the match, the Drifter made his presence known, Elias Sampson. He pretty much walked down to the ring and played a song on a guitar. And, Crews wanted Sampson to get into the ring. He wanted to fight him, right here, right now. Sampson wasn't having any of it. He said he will wait until NXT TakeOver Dallas, and he walked away. So it was definitely an interesting segment, to say the least, from Elias Sampson. Then we had what I thought was a pretty good backstage promo from Baron Corbin, pretty much talking up the fact that, You know, he is 10 times better than Austin Aries ever will be. He is bigger. He is stronger. He's just all around better, and he's going to beat Austin Aries at NXT TakeOver Dallas, and he's just going to, knock him the hell out of NXT pretty much. I really like this, the way that Baron Corbin does not care about anybody but himself. He's in it all for him. Doesn't matter who gets in his way, because he will do whatever it takes to become NXT champion one day. And he pretty much said that after he destroys him, Austin Aries will be left sitting at one of those wrestling conventions next to Virgil. So, like I said, a really enjoyable backstage promo from Baron Corbin, who is really coming to his own as a character on NXT. Then we had Samoa Joe versus Bull Dempsey. Not too much to say about this match. Joe pretty much made Bull Dempsey tap out pretty fast and immediately. So your winner was Samoa Joe. But that wasn't the end right there. Joe would refuse to release the Coquina Clutch. Referees would come down to the ring. William Regal would come down to ringside, and they're begging, they're pleading, Joe, you got to release the hold. Joe, you got to release the hold. Joe ain't choosing to release it. And then Finn Balor would make his way to the ring, and he would finally, break the hold that Joe had on Bull Dempsey. And then him and Balor do this pretty sick-looking brawl. They brawl all throughout ringside. They eventually go up near the announcer's table. Balor is launched by Samoa Joe into the announcer's table. He takes out Corey Graves, and then Balor eventually gets up on the announcer's table. Referees are holding Joe back. He jumps all on top of, Finn Balor jumps on top of the pile of referees, taking out Samoa Joe, and him and Joe are punching each other. It's a really great brawl. Really great way to end, this week's episode of NXT, heading into TakeOver Dallas. Really, that's how you do a closing show brawl angle. Much better than compared to the Roman Reigns Triple H brawl on Raw this past Monday. Overall, there was some good stuff to like about this week's edition of NXT. Really liked also, I had to mention the video package for Bayley versus Asuka. Great video package, hyping up, everything that Bayley has done for the NXT women's division, and hyping up how she's going to have her toughest test against somebody like Asuka. Overall, not the strongest edition of NXT. There was a lot of quick matches on this show. However, I still thought it was not too bad of a show, and I would give it a C+. That would be my grade for this week's edition of NXT. Really looking forward to TakeOver Dallas come this Friday. Like I said, should be a tremendous show. Also have to mention, before I go, there was a really good interview with Sami Zayn talking about how it's going to be such an opportunity to face, a worldwide talent like a Shinsuke Nakamura. And Zayn talked about how he was pretty much the heart and soul of NXT, how people dubbed them that, and how he's not just going to let somebody like Nakamura walk in here and walk all over him, that he's going to give Nakamura, the biggest challenge, the biggest opportunity. Sami Zayn was saying how this is a once, in a lifetime opportunity pretty much, and this is a great way, to make first impression, because as Sami said, first impressions are the most important. So really good sit-down interview with Sami Zayn. Love when NXT does that. But yeah, overall, I would give this week's edition of NXT C+. It was a solid, enjoyable hour of wrestling from start to finish. But there's some, some stuff that I liked, some stuff that was okay. But overall, I enjoyed it from start to finish. So those are my thoughts on this week's edition of NXT. Let me know down in the comment section below what you guys thought of NXT. What did you like? What didn't you like? And are you looking forward to TakeOver Dallas on Friday? So yeah, with that, thank you all for watching. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content coming soon to this channel. And I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care, stay safe. Peace.